Hey student, watch this video and learn 5 different verbs to describe body language in English. Coming up. Hey friends, Teacher Prix here to help you talk to anyone, anywhere, anytime in English. First of all, as usual, thank you so much for joining me on another English lesson. Thanks for participating in the chat, and for so many other things. If it's your first time here, I hope you enjoyed the lesson. I received a notification. I was like, what? Strange. I'm online here on YouTube and on Instagram. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. And thank you so much for the people who join, even though it's very late in their countries. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching despite the time, okay? Now, let's move on. 5 verbs to describe body language, and if you are already subscribed, it means you're awesome, okay? Instagram, you're awesome. So thank you all. Let's get down to business. First, flinch. I love this. Guys, body language is important, okay? We speak through our movement, through our body, so it's important to learn different verbs that can express, that can explain certain movements we make with our body, okay? And that's the subject of the lesson. If you are watching on Instagram, today I'll be talking about 5 different ways to describe, 5 different verbs to describe body language. Now, the first verb is to flinch, and it's the movement that I have just made. This movement, okay? So you make a surprise, you were not expecting, someone does something, and that person's action causes you to flinch. I'm making the sound, but you don't need. I'm really auditory, so you don't need to make the sound, okay? It's just the movement. And a funny face, okay? You are surprised, or maybe you are scared, or maybe it hurts somewhere. Ow, why did you do that? Okay, so I will use the verb flinch to explain this body language, this body movement, okay? So maybe someone looks at you and says, "You're not going to the party." Me? What? Why not? So here I have an example. My dad didn't even flinch when he saw my broken arm. So let's imagine, you break your arm. Then you call your dad, "Daddy, help, help." And then he comes to you, he looks at you, and he has no reaction. If it was the opposite, if it were the other way around, my dad, "Priscilla, come here." And then I look at his arm, at his broken arm, I would be like, "Daddy, what happened? Oh my God." Flinch, F-L-I-N-C-H, okay? F-L-I-N-C-H. So that would make me flinch. So my father wouldn't flinch, but I would flinch, because that's not the kind of thing that I would like to see. Tell me, would you flinch? Would you flinch if you saw your mom or your dad were bleeding? Blood coming all over his face, bleeding? Would you flinch? Would you be like, "Oh my God"? There are many memes on the internet of people flinching. If you can see here on the slide, there is a photo. The girl is saying something, maybe the girl is angry in the photo, okay? And then the guy is like, "Wow, girl, take it easy, yo. Chill, take a chill pill, relax." So this is a very nice movement we make with the body. So it's probably, for many of you, this is probably a new verb, okay? Now, another example. I flinched, simple past. I flinched every time Mr. Anderson called my name. So let's put this into a context. Mr. Anderson was my chemistry teacher, and I hate chemistry. I don't like chemistry. So every time my chemistry teacher called my name, "Priscilla," I flinched. I was like, "Me? What do you need? Yes? Please, not me." So I would flinch. in surprise, in agony, in fear, because I didn't know anything about chemistry, so I would flinch. Okay? So this is the first verb. It is a very, very common one. Tell me here in the comments, in the chat, on YouTube, and on Instagram, did you know this verb, to flinch? F-L-I-N-C-H. Y-M-C-A. And hey, if you are watching this after the video is over, you can mention me on your stories. If you're watching the lesson, take a print screen, and then mention me on Instagram. Tag me and mention my name. I will repost your tweet. Excuse me, your story. Next. Number 2, to sniff. No smell. I smell good. Guys, the second verb, sniff, is something that dogs do. Humans do that too, okay? We sniff, okay? But here, I'm not gonna show just the quality, not the quality, but the main definition of sniffing, okay? That's what dogs do. If you can see here on my slide on YouTube, that's what the dogs do, okay? Now, the dog is sniffing. Now, this is the first translation. To smell something by taking air through your nose. This smells good, okay? Or it's the next one, the one that I want to teach you tonight, that is more connected to body language. Let's say you tell me to do something that I don't like, that I don't want to do. You tell me to do something that I don't want to do, that makes me angry. So I can do this. Fine. Okay? This movement with my nose. Okay. What else? What do you need? Hey, don't take a picture of me doing this. Okay? Anyway, so when you make this movement, it can also show that you are upset, that you are not happy, or because you want to criticize someone because someone did something that you didn't like. Okay, so that is the idea of sniffing in this case. You are not happy. So maybe someone did something and it made you upset. Then you can do this body language. What is it again? So this movement, it indicates that you are not happy. Okay, so you are sniffing because you are angry, and probably after you do this, you are going to say something that will show that you didn't like the message, that you are not happy, and that you are gonna criticize someone or something, okay? Very nice. So here I have 2 examples. Maybe I asked my sister to do the dishes. And after she did the dishes, I look at the dishes and I do like this. You did it all wrong again. I can't believe it. Oh my God. Why, girl? I told you not to do that. So I make this movement. So maybe you can hear this in movies and stories, or, in TV shows, or maybe you are reading your favorite book. And I can say, you did it all wrong. She is sniffed. Okay, so it indicates that she made this movement because she is unhappy, because I am unhappy, okay? Now, the typical example, my dogs always sniff. My dogs always sniff my shoes when I get home. This is very typical. Dogs love sniffing. So when I get home, they always sniff my shoes. Oh my goodness, next example. To fidget. I have a student. I don't know if he's watching. I won't say names. And this student always fidgets. And I don't have a pencil again. But this student is always moving something. Always, okay? This is what we call fidgeting, okay? Fidgeting. If you fidget, It means that you are making continuous movements, small movements. Maybe, or maybe you are like playing with your phone. Or maybe you are playing with your hands. Or maybe with your ears. Or maybe with your neck. You are fidgeting. You can't stop moving. You can't stay still. This is really common for people who are kinesthetic. Kinesthetic people can't stop moving. It is really understandable, you know, because in these situations, people who are kinesthetic, it's very difficult for them to sit down and stay still. Okay, this is actually very difficult for children. Children, they can't sit still. This is the example I have here on the slide. The children can't sit still for too long without fidgeting. So let's say, I don't know if you have a religion, okay, but this is one example that comes to mind. You see those families that have children, small children, and they go to church, and the children sit down on the bench or on the chair, and they can't stop moving. They are fidgeting, okay? They are moving because they can't stop. It's very difficult for them to stop. So these crazy movements they are making, there is a verb to express that. They are fidgeting, okay? Now, if your child is doing that, Manuel, your child, your son is fidgeting. So you can say, my child fidgets all the time, okay? It drives me crazy. So he's fidgeting, okay? So another example, maybe my sister is next to me. My sister does that a lot too. She moves her leg all the time. She's always fidgeting. I can look at her and say, hey, stop fidgeting. You're killing me. You're driving me crazy, okay? Fidgeting. F-I-D-G-E-T-Y-N-C. F-I-D-G-E-T. Okay, spelling game. Moving on. And before I move on, come on, give me likes. People on Instagram, give me many hearts. I want to see likes here on Instagram. Here on YouTube, okay? Give me likes. Help this channel grow, and you give likes. YouTube loves it. So if possible, support the channel by liking this video, by sharing and inviting other people to join and participate. And if you are not part of this family yet, come on, I'm inviting you. Click that subscribe button and become another subscriber to my channel, and you will never miss another video, okay? I'm moving too much. I'm tired. Next, number 4. Oh, I like this one. To twitch. What is to twitch? This happens to me, okay? When I am very stressed, when I am going through a difficult moment in my life, okay? When nothing is working, or when I am very angry or stressed, my eyelid stops twitching. Alone, not with my hand. I'm just showing you the movement, okay? So my eyelid makes an automatic movement, not intentional, okay? So it starts to it starts to twitch. Oh, don't take print screens of this horrible body movements I'm making, okay? So when you twitch, it can be any part of your body, okay? But the eye is very common, the eyelid, this part of your eye here, okay? Eyelid. So it starts twitching. This means that your body, some part of your body, is making small, not large, small movements without your intention. You didn't intend to make those movements. Your body is naturally twitching. So maybe your cheek is twitching. Maybe something happened. Maybe it's your eyelid. So this happens to me when I am stressed. My eyelid, one, not the two, only one. One of my eyelids starts to twitch. You know, it twitches. Very small movements, okay? So tell me, has this ever happened to you? Has your eyes, has one of your eyelids ever started twitching? Let me know. This is a terrible thing. I get it. But There you have it. Maybe I'm looking at my sister. I'm using my sister a lot tonight. Maybe I'm looking at James. Let me go back to my favorite name, James. Hey, James, are you okay? Why, Priscilla? Your left eye. Left? No. Your left eye is twitching. Are you okay? Ah, yes. I'm just a little stressed. I didn't get enough sleep last night. So I'm not feeling so good. So this is common. Here on the slide, I wrote cheek. Maybe your cheek is twitching. It could happen, okay? Now, final verb of the night. And I like this verb. I like this combination, this phrase actually. Oh, and twitch, spelling. T-W-I-C-H. Twitch. If someone got it, type here in the chat for the people on Instagram. Twitch. T-W-I-C-H. Now to the last one. I need water. Today I have water. Last week, I don't remember, I choked. I choked, okay? And I started coughing and I had no water. Sad. Now, the last one. Raise your eyebrows, okay? Your eyebrows here. Ooh, your eyebrows. This is, okay? These are your eyebrows. When you move them in this direction, up, okay? You're moving them up. Oh, my Botox. Oh, my God. When you move your eyebrow upwards in this direction, okay? Not the two, maybe only one. You can raise two, okay? Now, you can do this just because you're doing this, but here I want to show the intention. Maybe you are surprised or maybe you are angry. What did you say? Did you just ask me a question in Portuguese? Did you just translate this word? When my students translate, that's my first reaction. You translate it? To me? What? Don't do that. Don't translate. I get angry. I tell my students. I always do that. I make them feel sad. So I raise my eyebrows because I am surprised or because I am not happy about something my students or someone has done. So as you can see here on this slide, there's a photo and the guy is raising one of his eyebrows, okay? So maybe I'm in a meeting and my colleague quit during the meeting. She says, you know what, guys? Goodbye. I don't need this. I want to go home. I'm tired. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Her decision, her quick decision, her surprising, unexpected decision made our manager raise his eyebrows. What did you say? You're leaving? Why? Why, Alice? What's wrong? Come on, let's talk about this. So usually when people raise their eyebrows, it's because they're surprised or because they are upset or because they don't approve of something. Mothers do this really well, right? If a mother is angry, what? What did you say to me? I can't do this. Relax, skin, relax. Ay, Jesus. Peter raised his eyebrows in surprise. All right. So these are very important verbs, okay? I'm not saying you are going to use these verbs now, like in conversations. They are important to help you understand people. You never know when you're going to listen to these verbs. I remember when I was in the US and I was going to Harvard, I had the habit of fidgeting on the chair. I moved a lot. I couldn't stay I moved too. And one day my teacher in class, he said, "Why are you fidgeting?" And I was like, "Nothing. I'm okay. I'm fine." And I was embarrassed for a moment, but this happened to me. I was fidgeting, and he asked me, "Why are you fidgeting? Are you okay?" So this is common. This may happen, okay? Now, and it's also important because maybe you're watching a movie and you see this word and now you will know what it is. So that's what I want to help you with. I want to help you improve your vocabulary range. That's my intention at the end of the day, okay? Now, before I move on, I'm going to make my pretty face. Before I say goodbye, I want you to take a print screen. Print screen. And mention me on stories. In your stories, not mine, your stories, and then I will repost, okay? And if you're watching on YouTube, you do the same. You go to your Instagram and mention me. 1, 2, 3, first on YouTube. Now, for Instagram. No, I don't like this. Yeah, I don't like it either, but okay. Other than that, my friends, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Thank you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.